Well, hello there. I thought I would cover an article that came across my desk, so to speak, such as it is. And this article is to do with, oh, what else? The stuff that I've been typically covering for the last almost 2 years now, AI, and all the terrible ways that AI is causing all kinds of terrible, terrible consequences. So we have this article here: Deloitte to partially refund Australian government for report with apparent AI generated errors. Yeah. So what we have here is a company that submitted a report to the Australian government that was basically full of non-factual information. So they're going to have to pay 290,000 US dollars for this report. There were, I believe in the article it says there were about 20 errors on the first version of the report. And the only reason why this was detected was because the person who was reviewing the report, this Rudge individual, noticed that there was a reference to a book that supposedly an author had authored. And Rudge knew the work of the author and thought to themselves, wait, I don't know what this book is. So something's fishy here. And so then they went on a fishing expedition for the remainder of whatever the report was, and found a bunch of issues. Now, in the report, it does state there is a disclosure that they use the Azure AI. Let me see if I can find it here. Um, yeah, here we go. That a generative AI language system, Azure OpenAI, was used in writing the report. However, when asked directly, the company didn't say anything. So they're kind of like trying not to take responsibility, or at the very least, maybe that's attributing too much. They're just at least staying silent. They did not respond when asked if the errors were generated by AI. I mean, of course they were. They admitted it themselves within the report. Now, what was the report? The report reviewed departmental IT systems use of automated penalties in Australia's welfare system. A little bit ironic that the report is about penalties to a governmental system, and now the company is suffering penalties from a governmental system. So, this is just one of many examples where the AI systems that are being used to generate reports like this and presented to governmental authorities. I've covered some news articles in the past where the UK is using AI in a variety of different ways, including making federal decisions. Well, not federal, but like national decisions. But they won't disclose how they're using AI to come up with these national decisions. So we don't have insight into that. And you can imagine this is the stuff we know about. It's like hacking. The stuff you need to be worried about when it comes to hacking is the stuff you don't hear. The stuff you hear, well, hey, at least it got found, right? And so then somebody will hopefully solve it, although we're finding the last year and a half covering cybersecurity news, that's also not always true. But let's just assume that that is happening, right? It's the stuff you don't hear about. So, what kind of stuff is passing through governmental agencies, AI generated stuff that is factually incorrect, generated by AI because a person or an entity or a company or whatever decided that they were too lazy to actually put in the effort to put the work together in a proper way? Well, buckle up, because we're all about to find out over the next few years. I have a suspicion that we're going to see the outcome of all of these, uh, a, no, all of these governmental decisions, the results of these governmental decisions as backed by these abhorrent, putrid, disgusting, filthy, wasteful, useless AI systems. Right. So there you go. Enjoy, Australia. I hope you're having fun out there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.